Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of SimAirport. We are playing the Satellites Airport and we are hopefully now starting to see a bit of a positive cash flow coming in. We did assess in the last episode the cash flow situation, and I think a lot of this one-time fees, if we're not without that, then it should be better. One thing that you keep telling me in the comments is that this should actually be here. So let's quickly have a look at whether we can sort that out. Metal detectors. See, this is the issue, right? If we do it that way, it's not going to work really well. But I am also a little worried about exactly what is going on, and I do want to reshuffle our situation over here. Potentially just move it over there in the first instance. So let's get ourselves a baggage scanner. Okay, so if we say, I'm kind of tempted to have our queue over here, and then what we'll do is doing it that way. I'm just thinking, can we shift it around a little bit? So if we say, do it this way, I think that could actually work. Actually, let's try it, and we'll start it off on this side, and we'll see if we can get it to work a little bit better. So we'll do, I think, a little something like that is what I'm going to try and do, and then we'll say metal detectors, and you're saying that that is the setup that you would like us to do, and then I'm saying ID check stands will be like over there, right? So I'm going to try and do ID check stands like this and see if that kind of sorts us out. Then I'm going to go and get ourselves a bit of a queue so that we can sort out this thing. So what I'm intending on doing is doing a queue that functions a little bit like this. Is that kind of what I'm gonna do? And then we'll do a similar queue that does but that one's gonna be too short then, isn't it? If we do, whoa, that's not what I want. If I do then that, okay, so then we'll do one like this, and potentially that means what we do is we can edit that one. Anyway, that's okay. So let's get that sorted out. With that in mind, we will then move things over that way. So let's speed things up a little bit. We are going to see people arriving here shortly. Yeah, people are starting to arrive. So what I'm going to do, first instance, is probably get rid of this one. So let me dismantle that guy over there, that guy over there, and that guy over there. So we'll just leave the one set up so we can at least get a few people through security. Okay, so with that in mind, let's pause that game quickly so we'll get the rest sorted out as well. I just want to assign that over here, close, and I want to assign this one over here, and we'll close and see how that works. I think that's going to work a little bit better. So you come in here, then you go through there, and then you're through. So that's kind of, I think, a slightly more compact version of what we've got, and I can get rid of some of the stuff that we see over here. Let's quickly shrink the queue. Thank you. Let's get rid of that completely. We'll see how we work with that. I will expand this queue a little bit like so. So just this little, I don't know if that's good or not, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. So let's continue working on that so you guys can go through there. Hopefully that is sufficient. Oh, I'm obviously going to need you to move over that way. So with you out of the way, let's dismantle. Yeah, you've got an ID check stand. You just need to go and work on the other one. Okay, now with that in mind, we'll dismantle that and we'll dismantle that. So now hopefully everybody will go over here and go and work. Okay, perfect. So immediately we've got security that is doable. Yes, excellent. So both of the security setup should now work. I'm missing a security guard, am I? Where is my... Hang on. Let's quickly just have a look. Am I having any duplicate security guards over here somewhere? I should have sufficient security guards. 6 of them. Where are they though? Can I see them? Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Okay, so now let's quickly get rid of that last queue over there. And now hopefully you guys are a little happier with this. I'll quickly have a look to see if that works. Let's just shrink this queue and get rid of it. Yeah, okay, so that'll be cleaner. So we can still go back towards it. Okay, so let's see. If someone walks through here, you're going to do that. You're going to make your way over here. You're going to go there. You go through, you get your stuff, and you're through. Okay, perfect. So hopefully that should sort us out, and you guys can be happier about what's going on over here. Okay, perfect. So let's speed things up. We're going to see tons of people come through here. Going to our queues. This is potentially one of those situations where you'd rather kind of start losing, where you want to put some walls in there so people don't just walk everywhere. But I think it's going on pretty well. The seating is pretty limited over here, and I am thinking we should probably look at expanding the area. Okay, yeah, and now everybody has to walk out on this side. I believe all of this happens much quickly. Yes, everybody boards pretty quickly. We have a few pretty big planes now. So I think what I need to do is now I'm going to expand. The question is, can I get this thing profitable enough so that we can, so that we don't have to further expand this terminal, and that we can actually build the terminal on the other side? That is the kind of question that is open now. But these guys are running pretty quickly. If I go through this, yeah, they're all departing pretty decent times. I think we are expecting a pretty big plane to arrive soon. There's a lot going on over here. Yeah, that's a big one. A bigger one at least. Yes, there's all of them going out. And yeah, the queues here are not great for that. But the question is, are we making a decent amount of money with that? And are you getting out on time? Yes, you're really getting out on time pretty easily. So now the full schedule is working really well. Okay, now let's get ourselves a little bit more foundation, and I am suggesting that we go with 40 like that, so that we can do 2 more of these small stands. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try and get that built. It is pretty pricey, but we'll get that built. Let's get the stands. The objects, we're looking for the small aircraft stands. I don't want to go much more than this. This is going to be pretty much the extent of what we're going to do. So I'm not going to speed things. Well, let's speed it up, but I'm not going to add more workers. They'll just slowly get that built, and then that will be the extent of our early terminal. We'll need to get this as profitable as possible so that we can start expanding into our satellite terminals. So guys, that is what we're doing. If you are enjoying this series, I would very much appreciate a like and a subscribe. And any comments that you might have. Like you see, I action your comments by changing up the security setup, as you see. So obviously at the moment we've got a very busy waiting area over here, and we need to start getting a little bit better at that. But things are going along smoothly. The only question that I have is, can we get ourselves profitable, and do we need to get a lot of the kind of perfect day bonuses or something like that? What is it? Perfect ops, or what is it? What did they call it? Perfect ops bonuses. Can we get perfect ops bonuses? That's the question. So I know we didn't do well that day, but hopefully, backs that missed flights, 33. Interesting. Potential bonus was up pretty high, but I think we'll get pretty good now. We're going to start off small again, of course. But let's see, what can we do over here? I would very much like to lower the income tax. So let's start by getting that sorted out. The property tax could also help us out. We do need to look at some of these other things. or at some point. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much money. I do want us to get a little bit more profitable, and hopefully opening up these two will see us get there. Yeah. Question is there sufficient seating areas and so on? But what I'll do is up here, I'll just do seating up against the wall as we go through. So I could actually start by doing that actually. So let's get ourselves some benches in here. We're using the nice fancy benches over there. So what I'll do is I'll just set it back just a little bit so that there's a little bit more room there. But really, yeah, that's gonna be kind of gonna be the situation. So we'll get ourselves there at some point. I'm going to do a similar thing on the other side. Obviously, with that in place, let's get our doors so that we save as much as possible over there and over there. Excellent. So that'll be our doors. The bathroom is going to be way out on that side, but the rest of it should be fine. Let's get the more benches in here. Benches. Like that and like that. So perfect. Now that's good. I'll get the walls in place. Let's get ourselves the gate agent desks. Do one over there and one over there. We will need to do a little bit of queuing on these guys. Okay, if we do say a little bit of queuing like that. Ooh, actually maybe not that much. Let's trim that back a little bit. Okay, let's say do that, and then what I'll do is I'll do a similar thing on that side, and then on this side all we'll do is a little short one for like business class, and we'll do a similarly short one on this side for business class, and then what we'll do is we'll get more benches up against the wall over here. So we could actually extend that queue a little bit, but we'll see. If we do say something like that, and we'll do a little bit like this, and we'll do a little bit of that. Ooh, that's not what I want. Let's cancel. Can I cancel that project? Ooh, cancel over there, and we'll squeeze in a little bit. So there's a little bit more. Then what we're going to do is we are going to dismantle this wall over here. We may extend that a little bit. Obviously, this needs to be assigned over here for first class and assigned over there for coach. This one needs to be assigned over here for coach and over there for first class. Perfect. So now that's assigned. I also want to just change this to A3 and this one here to A4, and this one needs to be assigned over here, and that one needs to be assigned over there. So perfect. So now that's all done and assigned, and we don't have any flights going in there just yet. Let's get our queue sorted out over here. I'm going to dismantle it a little bit like that, and then what we'll do is extend it a little bit. So it's a little longer, right? Just like that. We'll just get a little bit more. But our bigger planes can actually make use of this area over here. Then I'm also going to go ahead and get some flooring in the construction going on. I believe we're using flooring 5. No, we're not. So I need to find the flooring that we're using. Really? Can I not find our flooring? It has to be. Is it not flooring 5? Is it carpet 3? Is it a carpet? Is it a... Oh, jeez, it's really... Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's that one, actually. Yes, so that's the one. We'll get that in place. So that will... now we'll be able to schedule some stuff at the end of the day. For the others, are we making money yet? Can we see any money being made? I don't quite see that being the case. I do think we'll need a few more staff over here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I do think I want to get a couple more of these. So that's just the ticketing desks. So if I go ahead and grab us 1, 2, 3 more ticketing desks, I'll have one on business class, and these will sort that direction. So give me an extra queue. I think we're going to be pretty efficient at the moment. So that's going to be like the business class queue right there. Excellent. Lots of construction underway, but we don't have a flight scheduled yet. That can only come tomorrow, so I'll hang around a little bit, hope for some of that to finish off before I actually go ahead and do that. Apparently we are in need of 3 more, which I think is the case, so that's okay. We'll get that done. Why would that be the case though? It's these 3, but they're not built yet. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's getting through there pretty quickly. I'm hoping this is now at a point where we're going to turn a bit of a profit. In terms of research, is there the ability for us to lower property tax? That is pricey. What was our bills for property tax? Can I just have a look at this cash flow, profit and loss? Let's just slow down a little bit while we have a look at this. So profit and loss, let's go for yesterday so we can see. So we have taxes over here, land value and land improvements taxes, so property taxes over there. That has caused that bit. I don't know if I need to do more of that. Research is costing us a fair bit of money. But yeah, a lot of materials and things that is currently costing us money. Actually, if I go back and I just have a look at today we're not generating a lot of money just yet, but we can also do a bank loan. If I look at our cash flow graphs, there's been a fair bit of expenses, and our income seems to be going down, but these were grants actually. And while we're at it, we should probably have a quick look to see if there are any of the grants that we can get. That one we've got, build a kitchen, which we're not going to do just yet. We don't really have the room, and I don't want to do much more here just yet. This one, load 10 planes with a functioning outdoor baggage system. That is not quite there yet. Accept new loan to finance construction, build an office and assign a CFO to it. And how much is that going to give us? Payment up front is like 0, and then the reward is 2,500. That just doesn't feel right. Over here, you must complete the previous tiers. Oh, okay, yes, of course. But then the payment up front is 50, and the reward is 125, and then this gets a pretty decent spot for us to get to get some money. So we might look at that. Airport efficiency, CTO is needed. Have at least 2 runways, so that's pretty bad. Unlock this. So what is this? And hire a CFO and see proper screen. Have a positive net profit the full day excluding grants. Excellent. Let's grab that. We'll get some money over there. A good team. Hire a finance VP, research lower income tax, and pay off any loans. Oh, look at that. Oh, I need to finish off that one, but we're going to get some cash out of that straight away. But we are running pretty decent show here. What I want us to do is make sure that we assign you over here, and this is going to be for first class. You over here is I'm going to assign over here, which is not going to be first class, and over there. Perfect. So now this airport should have a lot more efficiency. I can probably start looking at adding some extra guys over here, because I think this might get pretty busy. So I think that's the next thing I'm going to do before we reach the end of the day. I'm also going to schedule a lot more flights. So let's go ahead and get some Juno Connect flights in here. CRJ. So they're pretty good. So let's grab a couple of those, and we'll go ahead and schedule them and make them actually, my question around this is, should I just, I'll offset it by 1 like that. Okay, that's a pretty big one, the A320. And actually, to be honest, what we'll do is I'll accept one of them, and what we'll do is we'll move this stuff out. So I'll get that one to come in here. We'll move these forward a little bit, and we'll see about that. That is going to be pretty decent. Actually, I'll offset it by, no, we'll just leave it there and see about that. Let's pause the game while I quickly do the rest of the schedule, because I don't want to not see these flights tomorrow. There's also obviously a little bit of room that we can do over here. So let me move that guy. And what we'll do is I'll move this guy in there. Actually, I'll get that a little smaller. Oh, I can't actually get it a little small. So what I'll do is I'll just do that. So we maximize that. I won't be able to fit 4 of them in there. So potentially we'll do a little bit of this. And then over here, we also won't be able to fit in any more. So what I'll do with this guy is I'll just offset them a little bit like this and do a little something like that. Okay? Because we're going to try and get a few of the bigger planes in there as well. This is another A320. I don't want to do, so I've got 1, 2, I could probably do another one. I don't want to have more than 3 of them at a time. So let's grab another, what is the 737 size though? 140. Okay, let's grab a 737 for Atlantic. I'm going to slot it all the way at the end over there. And then I want to grab a couple of smaller ones right over here. So not the Beechcraft, that's really small, but these ones are okay. I'll grab a couple of them. So we'll grab 1, 2 of them, and we'll see how that works. So we'll sort it out like over there. Maybe even something like that. We'll sort this one out right over there. Nice and short. We'll give even a gap in between, so that they don't all start at the same time, and there's a few more passengers going to come in through that. That is pretty decent. Now, the next step is for us to quickly look at what's going to go on in the afternoons. Where do we have big ones? We don't have any big ones in the afternoon at the moment. So, what I'm tempted at doing is getting at least one of these big guys. Okay, for Pacific Airlines, we'll grab one big guy over here. And I'm going to kind of start it in over there somewhere, and then we want to do a few smaller ones. I don't want a Beechcraft. I can grab one of these. They are pretty small, so I'll slot that one in there. I think the small planes, obviously not getting enough people through on the small planes, but what we do in fact get is a lot of the more landing and bonuses and things like that. It's another 737, which I think I can grab. So let's grab that 737, but I would like to move that maybe over there somewhere. Actually, something like that could actually work pretty well. So we'll have a Ford Air over there, and then because those queues are longer, right? Let's see. Can we make a better use of things? If I, for instance, do that, and I move this guy over here, and I move that guy over there, and that guy over there, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll just try and offset them a little bit. So I don't want them all at the same time, for instance, but that's pretty decent. To be honest, that means we actually have room for yet another one. Actually, you know what is the right thing for us to do? Is slot all 3 of them in like that. And then we'll do this, and now we can actually squeeze 2 more in there, 2 more smallish ones. So I'll definitely grab that one. Okay, that is pretty decent. And is there another what is this? Is that another Beechcraft? Ooh, that's the A320. That is too big. I would love an extra, but anyway, if I don't have an extra one of those, I'll just grab an extra Beechcraft in there, and it'll be a smaller one. So there we go. That is a pretty rocking full schedule over there. So what I want to do now is I want to see about pulling in another pretty big one, a pretty large one in the afternoon here. So let's see, what else do we have? That's too big. The Embraers are a fair bit smaller. So what I'll do is I'll accept these Embraers, and they are going to go to this slot over here. The Embraers are nice and small. Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to have a pretty busy day. I don't want the Beechcraft. I want to try... actually, I'm looking for one more big one. So Pacific Airlines, we could pick up another big one. That's not quite right for us. Are we grabbing Atlantic? Let's grab Atlantic's extra big one over here. And we'll slot that in right there. And then we need something that's a little smaller again. Maybe it is just going to be a Beechcraft. Okay, so we'll slot that one in there. Now we need some evening flights. Again, what we could do is I could get our bigger flights in here, and then I can slot in a few more smaller ones over there. So that's a Beechcraft. I'm going to try and avoid that. There's another bigger one here. So let's grab that one. That one's going to work if we slot that in there. What else do we have? Another 737. We'll grab that and slot that one in there. Okay, so that's now pretty much it. Let's see about other smaller flights. I'm definitely grabbing that one. We have a lot of these guys, I can tell you that much. Okay, so over there, it's a Beechcraft. We're going to grab it. Okay, well, just sort it out like that, and we'll slot it in there. This is a Beechcraft. We'll grab that one, and this one is probably a little bit on the big side, but let's slot that one in as well. So let's get our Starflight in here, which is the well, let's at least try and get that like this, and then we'll get this one, which is going to be the Beechcraft, right? We'll plop that one right in there, and we'll see. What is this? This is another big one. I don't want an extra big one. I think that is about it. So what we'll do now is we'll just slot it in something like that. So we're not going to have a full day tomorrow, but man, this is a pretty packed schedule. We've got room for a couple more small ones, I think, or maybe just one more small one. But anyway, that is really a decently filled schedule. Okay, well, let's keep going. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do is I do need to think about getting some extra security pieces in here. So let's get another bag scanner. Something like that. Let's do 2 of them. I think that should be a good idea. And then we'll get the metal detectors. Okay, let's slot that around like that. And we'll get the ID check stands. We'll do... Oh, no, that's not actually the way I wanted to do it. Anyway, let's dismantle that, dismantle these 2. All of the flights are out. Let's quickly have a look. Did we get everything okay? Oh, the end of the day is going to look pretty, I think. We're going to have our end of day bonus over there. Get rid of those guys. Okay, now, perfect. Let me get my bag scanner back. This is the spot, and that is the spot, and then we'll get the metal detectors back, like that and like that, and then we'll get the ID check stands, and they will be doing this and that. And now I just need to get my queuing sorted out, so we can actually I'll have a look at that now. Let's get our queuing sorted out. So queuing will be like that. Okay, and queuing will be like that. Okay, perfect. Now let's keep moving. I'm kind of wondering whether this might not be. Would I be able to actually hang on? I'm gonna redo the queuing. Let's redo the queuing a little bit. Like this, like that. Like this, like that, like that. We'll do all the way to there, all the way to here, and then probably a good idea would be to do all the way to there and then back over here. And then these 3 is kind of going to be the plan. Okay, so we'll assign you over here for coach, please. Thank you. This is for coach, and we'll assign you over there as soon as you're built. and as soon as that is built, we will assign the rest. So let me quickly get that queue piece over there. I'm going to extend it a little bit like so, and so that'll be the other one. Okay, perfect. So now that'll be the business and first class kind of thing. I think this should be sufficient to get us through there. We'll check our finances soon. I want to assign you over there, and this one is going to be assigned over here for first class and flight crew. So that's assigned, that's assigned, that's assigned, and we're going to need a handful of extra security guards. Wow, 6 of them. It feels like a lot. Anyway, now with that in mind, that means we can, that is 6 of them actually. So this means this airport is now quite a bit more potential effective here. So let's quickly have a look. If we go perfect ops bonus, we grab, what? I didn't think we had a perfect ops bonus for that one, but anyway, we are starting to grow our perfect ops bonus. So profit and loss for yesterday, we actually netted a profit, even though but most of our construction costs was not actually included in here. We did get some government grants. We had a lot of airline fees. So what is it in the airline fees? So the acceptance bonuses. Okay. Wow, that's a pretty decent one. So a lot of acceptance bonuses. Our terminal fees, decent. Is this runway or it's terminal usage? Okay, so terminal usage. So that's the number of passengers per flight. Then the runway usage is pretty standard, so just a lot of small flights through there. So we're getting a little bit more of runway usage than we are getting from terminal usage. Materials in the lot is still costing us a little bit of money, transportation and so on. But yeah, we are turning a profit. This stuff is quite busy over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an extra set of vending machines. So we'll do a bit of a food vending over there, and we'll do a bit of a drinks vending right next to that, and then we will grab ourselves an electronics vending machine, which I'm wondering if that can actually work over there, or should we just get ourselves a bit of an ATM. We'll do a bit of an ATM maybe instead. We'll do that. So there we go. We need to get a couple of other things. So let's quickly get some garbage bins. And I'm just going to start slotting a few of them in like so. Could probably do one there and one there. So that's pretty decent setup right there. Hopefully there's enough seating for everybody and enough queuing space for everybody. But I do think it's decent. The other thing that I was thinking, we can get the retail. Is it retail? Let's go back to vending machines. What is this? Digital display ad, indoors only. So what I'm tempted on doing is just plopping it in there, because everybody that's going to walk out of here will be walking out through there. So I'm going to do that and see if that works. Otherwise, I'll move it around. But guys, that is kind of the end of the episode. I did get a fair bit done, but I do want us to get to a position where we're going to go start looking at our remote terminals, our satellite terminals, basically. And I do want to do the remote stands as well. So that's something that we could potentially repurpose an area of this terminal for at some point. But yeah, I want to get out there, but we need money to do so. And since we're doing a money one, where we're playing to get profitable, we will see that in the next kind of episode, see if we're getting enough money to start making our move. Otherwise, we might have to go into the loan situation, which, to be fair, is something that we're going to look at in terms of grants. Okay, I am going to end it over there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked it, hit that button. Tell me in the comments what you think of the setup thus far. Are we being efficient, or am I still missing a lot of pieces in terms of efficiency? And if you enjoy this stuff in general, of course, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notifications so that you get them when they come out. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.